All right, so exploring around your backyard is really cool because you really don't notice everything that's around you. And tell you what, taking a look around you sometimes leaves you shocked. And where I'm at right now is quite honestly nothing what I would have expected when I was looking at this earlier today. And that is and where I'm at right now is quite honestly nothing what I would have expected when I was looking at this earlier today. And that is a lime kiln. And tell you what, it is nothing what I expected. Let's go check it out. Tell you what, when I was taking a look at researching different places to go, there's something that I never really imagined or never really knew about until I was taking a look. Guess what? What I am looking at right now as I'm looking around is leaving me quite shocked, and that is a lime kiln. Tell you what, let's take a look. Dude, these things are massive. Yeah, they have to be at least 3 stories tall. This is really cool. Alright, I never really even thought about what a lime kiln was. I actually didn't even know that these really existed. Yeah, I'm just completely shocked right now at what I'm looking at. These have to be at least 50 feet tall. When I found out about these, I was reading that they could be like 70 feet tall and they going into the ground, and they're just absolutely massive. I really didn't even think that what would be here would be that huge. These were built in 1890, really at the height of using limestone, and they would have these kilns all over the place. And there's other kilns around the area too. So what they would do is they would take the limestone from the quarry. They would bring the limestone here by mule, and then they would heat up the limestone. It would help dehydrate this limestone, and then they would be able to break it into powder, and they would use these powder to mix it with water and sand, and they would use it for mortar and tanning hides and like that. So it was a big part of what people used, especially for constructions. There's 3 of them here. There used to be 5. You can see where part of one probably is, and these things are ginormous. They're just huge. It's amazing. It was just a major part of the industry, and they use these, I think, until like 1920 or something like that. And now, you know, with bigger production, they don't need these limestone kilns. They had about 50 people manning these and breaking apart this limestone, you know, into powder, so it was easier to use. Yeah, so what they would do is, you know, fill this area in here and fill it with limestone, and then they would have these knots, like notches, that they would put the wood into, and heat it up and go from there. So it's pretty cool. These kilns were used for a lot of different things. After they got done and they broke the limestone into powder, after they heated it up, it was able to use for a number of different things, like fertilizer and whitewash and mortar. And so it was a important piece of society. And so it's really cool that these things are preserved, that, you know, you're able to see history and see how people used to be able to manufacture things. I think we take a lot of things for granted, how quickly the turnout is, how many different materials you're able to make, and so it's just kind of cool to see the process of that. You know, as a longer drawn out process, and you know, it's just super cool to see. I guess this just goes to show you that you should go around and look in your backyard, because you never know what you might be able to find. Just take a look. I mean, that is just spectacular piece of work right there. You know, it just seems like it keeps on going up, you know. So take a look in your backyard. You never know what you might find, what you might take on. Yeah, just explore, be curious. This was a super awesome find. I can't wait to find out what I'll be able to find next, and what's in, you know, pretty close by in my backyard. Limestone kilns, if you're around one, you know, go ahead. Maybe it's something that you might be interested in. Alright guys, this wraps up this video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned for the next video to see what we take on next.